In this presentation, I'm going to talk about glaucoma. Glaucoma is a group of eye conditions that damage the optic nerve. This damage is often caused by an abnormally high pressure in eyeball. Glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness for people over the age of 60. It can occur at any age but is more common in older adults. Before continuing talking about glaucoma, first it is better to review anatomy of the eye. This picture shows most important parts of anatomy of the eye. Eye is a slightly asymmetrical globe about an inch in diameter. Some parts of gross anatomy of the eye include iris, the colored ring of tissue behind the cornea that regulates the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. Cornea, a clear dome over the iris. In other words, the outer transparent structure at the front of the eye that covers the iris, pupil, and anterior chamber. Pupil, the black circular adjustable opening at the center of the iris through which light enters the eye. Sclera, the white tough outer coat that protects the entire eyeball. The muscles that move the eyeball are attached to the sclera. Conjunctiva, a thin layer of tissue that covers the entire front of the eye except for the cornea. Lens, just behind the iris and pupil lies the lens, the transparent structure suspended behind the iris helps to focus light on the retina. Vitreous humor, clear jelly-like substance that fills the eye from the lens to the back of the eye. Retina, layer that lies the back of the eye, senses light, and creates electrical impulses that travel through the optic nerve to the brain. Optic nerve, cranial nerve 2 that connects the eye to the brain and carries the electrical impulses from formed by the retina to the visual cortex of the brain. Choroid, layer of that eye behind the retina, contains blood vessels that nourish the retina. Macula, the portion of the eye at the center of the retina that processes sharp, clear, straight ahead vision. Fovea, the pit or depression at the center of the macula that provides the greatest visual acuity. Ciliary body, part of the eye above the lens that produces the aqueous humor. Trabecular meshwork, spongy tissue located near the cornea through which aqueous humor flows out of the eye. Suspensory ligament of the lens, the series of fibers that connects the ciliary body of the eye with the lens, holding it in place. Schlemm canal is a circular lymphatic-like vessel in the eye. It collects aqueous humor from the anterior chamber and delivers it into the episcleral blood vessels. Anterior chamber, the region of the eye between the cornea and the lens that contains aqueous humor. Posterior chamber, the posterior chamber is the space between the iris and lens. Aqueous humor, the fluid produced in the eye by ciliary body. In the next presentation, I will talk more about aqueous humor and glaucoma and medical therapy of it.